So I believe, for the most part anyway, that you get what you pay for, right? I mean, if you buy something super cheap and it falls apart on you, you can't really complain about it because you did, after all, buy that thing really cheap. However, there are some things that I think are just way overpriced and are just not worth paying a premium for. So today I want to share with you guys 10 things that I think you're better off buying cheap. Stick with me. Okay, welcome back. Thank you for clicking this video, and I'm happy that you're here. I'm John, and I'm the founder of 40overfashion.com, and if you'd like to see more men's lifestyle topics for grown-ups, please consider subscribing. Okay, so like I mentioned, I do fall in the camp that believes you get what you pay for the most part though, right? There's always exceptions, and the list I'm about to share with you is simply my opinion. Feel free to have a different opinion, but if you do, help me understand it by leaving me a comment down below. Okay, the first item on my list of what not to buy luxury is designer luggage. So here's the deal. We were traveling through Arizona recently, and at the last hotel we stayed at, I saw someone lugging around all of this crazy Louis Vuitton luggage. Now, I don't know if it was fake or not, but those rolling bags, they're like $3,500 and the duffel bags are like $1,500. Now, maybe it's just me, and maybe I'm just out of touch, but that luggage is a complete waste of money in my opinion. From a quality standpoint, there is no way that the luxury brand is $3,000 better quality over something like the Carl Friedrich hardside roller suitcase that I use. Now, if you can afford it and spending $5 grand for you is like me spending 50, then perfect, go do that. I don't have a problem. But just keep in mind that that $10,000 luggage set can be had for a lot less, minus of course the fancy logo. The next item is designer shoes and sneakers. There's a lot of amazing quality shoe companies out there right now, and in my opinion, there's no reason to spend $700 on a pair of sneakers or $2 grand for a pair of dress shoes. The quality difference doesn't justify the price because you're only paying for that brand name. Now, let me be clear, because the last thing I want to do is make anyone feel guilty for buying something that they like. If you can afford it, and if you don't have to put it on a credit card or some payment plan, and if you can honestly say it's not about flexing that logo, you're a grown man and you can make your own decisions. But just know there's a lot of other great options out there for a lot less money. The next item that I don't think you should buy luxury is jeans. Once again, maybe it's just me, but I don't understand $400 and $500 jeans, right? Someone explain to me what makes a $500 pair of jeans any better than a $100 pair of jeans. I mean, I've got an open mind and I'm willing to accept that maybe the denim might be softer or more durable and maybe will last me 20 years. But as of right now, I think every pair of jeans in my closet was under $100. The fit is great, the comfort's great, the durability, at least so far, has also been great, and I didn't spend thousands. Another thing I don't understand is expensive t-shirts. I mean, they're gonna get just as stained and stretched out as my $9 t-shirts from the Gap. And I'm not even talking about the luxury brands with the big logos on them, right? I'm talking basic white or basic black t-shirts. Now, of course, some of the expensive stuff is gonna be a little thicker fabric with some texture to it, but $95 for a t-shirt? I don't know, man, I've said it before, the cool thing about not wearing logos and solid colors is no one can tell that the t-shirt you're wearing came from Amazon and only cost you like 12 bucks. Okay, let's talk about non-clothing items for just a minute. The next item may be a little controversial because I'm not really one to speak on this, but it's expensive cars. I'm learning my lesson with this one, as a lot of you guys know, but I'm a car guy and I always have been. I've got a weak spot for performance and horsepower and technology, and I want as much of all of that as possible in the car that I'm driving. However, the reality for me is I just can't afford the level of performance and tech that I would like, and I'm coming to terms with that. A lot of you guys already know that I raced for a number of years and won a championship as a driver. So cars are something that I've always sort of splurged on and also tinkered with. And I used to sacrifice quite a bit to have a fast car, but I realized that I just cannot continue to do that anymore. Now, I did recently just get out of a really expensive Audi into another less expensive Audi. And since that just happened a few months ago, I will be making a video talking about the new vehicle pretty soon, so just stick around for that video in the future. But once again, if you can afford it, by all means, drive the car you want, but just know there's a lot of options out there for a lot less money. Next, I want to talk about furniture. Now, I'm not saying to go buy everything at IKEA, but I would suggest avoiding the trap of investment pieces, right? You know, that $10,000 dining room table that you can pass down to your kids? Because here's the thing. By the time it's ready for your kids, it's outdated and they probably don't want it anyway. Buy quality, but buy smart. Don't think that at 35 years old, this is going to be the last bedroom set you'll ever own. 5 or 10 years from now, it'll look outdated and you'll be stuck with it because of how much you paid for it, and you won't be able to sell it for what you think it's worth because, once again, it's outdated. Keep up on current styles and just buy smarter. That way, it just won't hurt as badly when you want to replace that item 5 or 6 years down the road. Okay, back to clothing really quick. Next up, I have for you leather jackets. Quality leather jackets are expensive, no question. However, faux leather looks just as good, feels arguably better and more comfortable in my opinion, and it's a lot less expensive. So if you're not riding a motorcycle, you can get a lot of bang for your buck going with faux leather and of course faux suede. So unless someone is right up on it and knows what they're looking for, most people won't even know or really even care that it's not real leather. And the benefit of buying faux leather is you can get several different jackets for the price of one really fancy one. Next is suits. Now, there might also be some controversy here with this one as well because a lot of you guys know that I own a bespoke suit worth a couple $1,000s. But I also own several suits that only cost a couple hundred. If I wore suits every single day, I can see paying more because custom and bespoke are a lot more comfortable to wear all day long. But if you only wear a suit, say 20 times a year for special events and special occasions, you should still buy quality, but you should not have to spend $1,000, right? Go check out Suit Supply or Indochino showrooms near you and get fitted for a great suit for like half that. Next is high-end luxury watches. Now I realize luxury watches is a whole subculture of its own, but for me personally, I just don't really get it. I do appreciate though the craftsmanship, and maybe a nice watch is something you buy yourself when you reach a milestone of achievement, but for an everyday kick-around watch, I just don't know. I think there's a lot out there that looks just as nice for a lot less money. Don't get me wrong though, I do like and appreciate nice watches, and I'm not hating on anything, but for me, right now, I'm happy with my Orient that I wear almost every single day, my Seiko, my Timex, and a couple others. Last on my list is expensive sunglasses. I used to buy all my sunglasses at the drugstore for like 25 bucks. I didn't really care. These days though, I do care more about craftsmanship and lens quality, but I still can't see spending 500 bucks on a pair of sunnies when you can do just as good for a lot less than that. Now, if you want the big logo to make sure everyone knows what you have, that's of course fine. Just know that you've overspent. And once again, I don't say that to make anyone feel bad. I say that because there's very similar options for a lot less money, and that's the whole point of this video. Thank you once again for watching. I appreciate it very much. Leave me a comment and let me know what products you think are overpriced. If you're a subscriber, that means I'll see you in just a few days for another brand new video. But until then, live well, and I do hope to see you again soon.